Hello, everyone. This is Seven Cities Journalist. I have Leanne James here on the other side. They have some work going on in National City, so they're going to be focusing on that, right? But they're going to be part of the process. So say hi, Leanne. So yeah, Leanne James is definitely one of my biggest fans, if not absolutely the biggest fan. And they are also one of the writers for the channel. They do a lot of the shorts content. You'll probably recognize some of it. But we're going to record some of the PSAs for October, and we're probably going to spill a little bit into November. So we're going to show you all how that live stream process goes. Over here, I got my music because I got to get music when I'm recording and typing. I listen to a lot of nerdcore, as you see, especially Stupendium. But we got new Frostpunk songs, so always excited for that. Okay, let's get this set up. Audacity looks good. Gotta make sure I can see the entire thing. You probably can't see me sharing my screen here, but it's saying I'm sharing my screen. Let's make sure I got this popped out. Okay, that's good. It's just there. I have a little button right here where my mouse is that says you're sharing your entire screen. I'm just making sure it's out of the way so I don't accidentally like click stop sharing when I'm like trying to pause or something. But yeah, let's get that done. Still gotta record the Oopsie Daisy Orphanage, but let's see what we can get started here. Let's see. Gotta grab my drink. Give me a second. Make sure you have a warm or room temperature drink to help keep your vocal cords hydrated. As pleasant as cold drinks are, you drink too much of it, it'll affect the sound of your voice, and you really don't want that. So let's start with Oopsie Daisy Orphanage. All these I'm writing tonight have been written by Leanne James, so be sure to show them some love. Yep. Introducing the Oopsie Daisy Orphanage. At Oopsie Daisy, we specialize in giving your little ones a brighter future. Our world class facilities and exceptional staff ensure that every child thrives. But wait, there's more. Did you know that almost half of all surviving orphans from Oopsie Daisy become surgeons? That's right, your kids could be on their way to medical greatness while you enjoy some much needed peace and quiet. Imagine the pride of knowing your former toddlers are now top tier doctors, saving lives and making a difference. And all because you chose Oopsie Daisy Orphanage. So why wait? Reclaim your life and give your children a future full of possibilities. Call Oopsie Daisy Orphanage now at 1 Triple Delta, no kidding, and book your appointment today. Because at Oopsie Daisy, we turn your parenting oops into a world of opportunities. Excellent. We got that well under a minute. So let's see if we can get that to 57 seconds. Perfect. And now deleting that tiny excess. It's more of a me thing than affecting anything thing, but I like to get the numbers even. So shorts, oopsie daisy, orphanage. It's a good name. I like that. And it's a good style to do because then it forces you to pay attention to the words and not just the tone used. Because these are like very enthusiastic little ads, but when you actually listen to it, they're like, oh, that's what you're saying here. And now for the poison candy PSA, which, fun little fact, I know Leanne James knows about this because they're the one who taught it to me. But that story about poison candy and razor candy in Halloween candy, pretty much a myth. The only incidence of that actually happening was when parents tried poisoning their kids and blaming it on Halloween candy. Even though the parents were caught, the rumors spread, and now people try to check their candy. Not saying you should eat open candy because, because diseases and food poisoning is still a thing. But the good news is you are more likely to get hurt by someone you know than someone you don't know. So take that as you will, or God forbid if you have food allergies of any kind. Yeah, then you have a whole other level of issue there. But gonna update the Halloween to Feralia, because as much as I love the term Halloween, and believe me, I love it, for the Hero series, they usually use the term Feralia or Samhain or All Hallows Eve, which, yeah, Halloween is just kind of a condensed version of All Hallows Eve. But looks like this will be good. Poison Candy PSA. If we're lucky, we can get this out on TV by High Thursday. I don't actually think we will, but we'll see. Hey kids, Feralia is here, and you know what that means. Trick or treating. And before you run off into the night with your pillowcases and plastic pumpkins, we need to have a serious talk about candy. No, not about cavities, not about sugar highs, about something far more sinister candy poisoning. And it's not coming from where you think it is. You see, every Feralia, there's a huge buzz about strangers putting dangerous things in candy razor blades, poison, things that will turn you into a pumpkin pie forever. But let's be honest, kids, the odds of your candy being sabotaged by a mysterious figure in a dark cloak are about as high as finding a unicorn in your backyard handing out cupcakes. No, no, the real threat, it's much closer to home. Parents. That's right. Your own mom and dad, you see, while you're out there gathering candy from strangers who are mostly just confused about why you're at their door in a dinosaur costume, your parents are back at home plotting. They've been waiting for this moment all year. I want to see how that last bit sounds. I want to make sure I get that all right. And play. I wanted to make sure that it sounds good doing it long because I was doing it long. But sometimes something that sounds good in your head doesn't necessarily sound good playing it out. So if it's something I need to tweak or redo, that's why I'm listening to it now? So let's give this another run. They've been waiting for this moment all year. Perfect. I like that. Again, not saying your parents are actually trying to poison you, just saying statistically you're a lot more likely to be poisoned by your parents than a stranger. Or food poisoning. Food poisoning is actually probably the highest if we actually look into it. Oh, absolutely. Especially when a lot of people have allergies or intolerances they don't actually know about. And like again, in some cases it takes, literally years for people to find out and they're reacting each time, which I'm sure you know all about. And God forbid if you are just sensitive to food, then it's like are you actually sensitive to this or are you reacting to something? So I don't have Mickey D's because it's like I've had too many reactions there and I don't know what it is in the Mickey D's. So because you're allergic to something there, you're pretty much allergic to something. Saving changes. Ghosts are more scared of you. Another fun one written by Leanne James. This will be a fun listen. Hey kids, it's that time of year again. Pumpkins, costumes, and free candy. But there's something even spookier lurking around this Halloween. Something you've never even thought about. Ghosts. I'm gonna have to fix that. Make sure that it's a reference to Feralia, not Halloween. Because again, Hero series they use Feralia instead of Halloween. But I thought I got him Feralia. It's the Latin word for it. Like there are a lot of words for Halloween, but like that's why in the first Pumpkin House I did 13 different words for Halloween. Like I called it a different thing in each different video. So it's also this is also part of the reason why I'm like 13 nights of Halloween, even though we don't really go 13 nights. But we do go every night. So oh god, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Get the sillies out and hey kids, it's that time of year again. Pumpkins, costumes, and free candy. But there's something even spookier lurking around this Feralia. Something you've probably never even thought about. Ghosts. But don't worry, because here's the real secret they don't want you to know. Ghosts are terrified of you. That's right. All year long, you've been out there with your cute little faces, unknowingly scaring the sheet off of every ghost within a 10-mile radius. You thought it was you who was afraid of them? Oh no, my candy hoarding friends. The tables have been turned for centuries. You see, ghosts are delicate creatures. They can handle the dark, haunted mansions and even floating through walls like it's no big deal. But what they can't handle? Your adorable, pinchable, smiley faces. Every time a ghost pops up to give a good scare, you grin or wave, or worse, blow a bubblegum bubble, and bam! The ghost is out of there, trembling in its little ghosty boots. But let's get real for a second. What about the rest of the year? Why aren't ghosts hanging out under your bed or sneaking into your closets every night? Simple. They see your sweet, unsuspecting face and immediately decide to haunt someone else. They're just too spooked. The power of your adorableness is a ghost deterrent, stranger. Er, dang it. Gotta make sure I get that one out. It's a stumble because see here where, let's see if I have it. Deterrent stronger than any salt circle. I said stranger rather than stronger. So the power of your adorableness is a ghost deterrent, stranger. Er, But yeah, I'm glad I got that, but just to make sure I didn't lose my place. Too spook. There we go. It's a lot to balance because then you're like having to listen back to yourself and catch where you are in the script. So you can kind of keep track of the script with the pointer, but at the same time, you can't focus too much on one side or the other because then you'll miss the other. So a lot of multitasking, but it's good. So too spooked. The power of your adorableness is a ghost deterrent stronger than any salt circle or haunted amulet. So next time you hear a bump in the night, don't worry, it's probably just a ghost sneaking out the back door to get away from your terrifying level of cuteness. Stay spooky and remember, your face is the real nightmare. I like that. You're the one who wrote it. It's really good. Okay, gotta make sure. Maybe I should move this down here. Yeah, that'll work. And exporting this. Shorts. Gotta make sure the title's as close as I can. Ghosts are more scared of you. Plus, it's a fun tie into all those things of like, oh, spiders are more scared of you than you are of them, and like other scary things like that. Mhm. Absolutely. Definitely. And a lot of people react to shock in a lot of weird ways. Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because it's a very valid defense mechanism. Same thing with screams can offer a catharsis to let you process something. And sometimes laughing lets you do that. And sometimes something is just so scary and ridiculous. You're like, well, might as well just laugh. But it's always fun meeting all kinds of people, like at that convention at the Safe Center, remember? Absolutely. Absolutely. And like the next one's in January. So we can definitely submit our panels sooner rather than later, but it's definitely odd because the space between the one in August and the one in January, it definitely favors one a lot more than the other. But yeah, we can submit that done after the live stream, but at least we'll have some ideas for that. So yeah, anywhere near the Sunset Republic, you know where to find us. Uh, and now for another fun PSA based on a real thing. Hey there, humans! We're your friendly neighborhood spiders. Yes, the ones hiding in the corners of your bathroom and mysteriously appearing under your bed. With Halloween coming up, we've got a bone to pick with you. And no, it's not about the broom you keep chasing us with. It's about those fake spider webs you insist on hanging up every October. We need to talk. First off, let's be real. Those fake webs are doing no one any favors. They get tangled in bushes, ruin perfectly good trees, and let's not forget, they're terrible for the environment. You wouldn't believe how many of our fellow critters get trapped in those things. Birds, butterflies, and yes, even real spiders. The betrayal. End up stuck in that plastic nightmare like it's some sort of dystopian bug prison. Talk about terrifying. This is our spooky season, and you're turning it into a webby wasteland. But fear not, because we've got a better solution. It's time to go organic. No more fake webs, no more plastic. This Halloween, how about you give your real household spiders the spotlight we deserve? Here's the deal: befriend us. That's right. Let us hang around, and in exchange for a steady supply of flies, we've got a thing for artisanal bugs, but we're not picky. We'll create the most epic, share worthy spider webs you've ever seen. We're talking intricate, shimmering designs, the kind that make Pinterest DIY fails weep in envy. You want spooky ambiance? We've been weaving nightmare inducing webs for millennia. Trust the pros. Plus, thinking about the savings. No more trips to the store for plastic decorations. No more untangling yards of synthetic nonsense. Just a little fly payment here and there, and we'll handle the rest. Our webs are biodegradable, eco friendly, and 100% locally sourced. It's a win win for everyone. Well, except for the flies, but hey, that's business. That cough in my throat for a sec. So, this Halloween, when you're reaching for those tacky plastic webs, stop and ask yourself, why fake it when you've got the real thing chilling in your attic? Befriend a spider today. We promise we'll keep your Halloween spooky and sustainable. Plus, we're way better at web design than you. Again, still love that last line. We're better at web design than you. Quite clever you are. I did get a PS in that one. Must have not copied and pasted over. Give me a sec. Legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold. You will remember me for centuries. Hey. Yes, we're also we're also great at Halloween parties. Just invite us over, and we'll spin webs so realistic. Even we'll be scared. Just invite us over. Excellent. Give this a sec. And that's good as is. P.S. We're also great at Halloween parties. Just invite us over and we'll spin webs so realistic even we'll be scared. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, some spiders are quite terrifying to look at and completely harmless. And then others look harmless and are less than harmless. Then again, for most spiders, at least in North America, they're pretty harmless. Even black widows and brown recluses almost never get a death. So, good job for us, I guess. Australia, on the other hand, mhm, that's fair. Yeah, I've seen how you reacted to the tarantula. Definitely. Which reminds you, we're gonna have one of the part of the process that we'll be pulling pictures for these, so you get to be part of that process too. Yep. You get to see why I love Unsplash so much, but gonna do a quick stretch for my back, make sure I don't bend over too much. Yes, you can submit picture ideas. But the reason why I tend to use Unsplash is like these are all like licensing free. So they're good for that. So we get lots of cool stuff like this little spider web here. Be perfect for the spider thing we were talking about. It's pretty cool. Maybe, but I'm gonna do the team PSA real quick if that's okay. Okay. Got big weekend plans? Thinking of joining the cheer squad at midnight to play a spooky game in the cemetery? We're here with a friendly reminder. Maybe don't. Look, we get it. There's something about a creepy fog covered cemetery that just screams, let's make questionable life choices. But here's the thing, you're in a horror movie and you don't even know it. Seriously, all the signs are there. You know how it goes. It's midnight, the ghosting hour. Nothing good happens after 11:59 p.m., especially if you're near tombstones. You're in a cemetery. Why? Are there no malls, bowling alleys, literally any other location that isn't the final resting place of people who might want it to stay that way? You've got an ancient, cursed board game. Oh, it's just a harmless game from the attic, you say? Harmless, sure, until you summon a vengeful spirit who really isn't interested in playing Monopoly. So here's our advice. If your friends are like, let's head to the cemetery at midnight and chant some weird stuff we found in a dusty old book, just say no. Go grab ice cream or watch a movie like a normal person, preferably a movie that doesn't involve the undead. And if you hear any spooky whispers like, don't go into the basement or let's split up to cover more ground, just don't. Those sentences are cursed and your survival depends on never, ever following them. Remember, staying alive is all about making good choices, and those choices don't include creepy games, abandoned mansions, or walking towards strange noises in the woods. Trust us, we've seen the movies. Stay safe out there, and maybe just stick to haunted houses with fake ghosts this Halloween. You'll thank us later. Stay safe out there. Rewrite that one line, and stay safe out there and maybe just stick to haunted houses with fake ghosts this Feralia. You'll thank us later. Excellent. Going to the last. Yeah, there's a lot of effort for these things for the shorts. They're relatively quick, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're not a lot of work. You've done the writing on these, so you know how much effort it takes to get the writing out and what it takes to get inspiration. Shorts, Team PSA.
Right, sometimes they have that.
Mm-hmm.
Inspiration hits, so it's kind of like go, go, go. When one has the wind or where I'm just trying to keep some inspiration in my hand until I can turn to what I need.
Hello, Dilligaffs. Sorry we didn't see you earlier. Sorry about that. I didn't get notifications on this thing. I'm still figuring it out. But welcome. Seriously, I thought this thing would notify me, but that's okay. Well, this one's gonna be a favorite. Welcome to Hell, the ultimate escape room experience. This one definitely will not have consequences. Right? Anyone here do escape rooms before? I have too. I think I've gotten out of exactly one, and that's because they gave us some extra time. But I'd love them in concept, but like my ability to work with in a team is it needs work.
Finally, like,
Hmm. Hmm. Definitely, definitely makes it hard. On the plus side, yeah, definitely. I remember the broken mirror. That thing did not go the way we thought. But maybe we'll do that one of these days. But I have movie plans this weekend. Got to see it. Got to see a classic sequel. So welcome to hell. Attention, thrill seekers, daredevils, and lovers of eternal torment. Have we got the escape room for you? Introducing Welcome to Hell, the only escape room where the stakes are literally your soul. To leave, it's simple. All you have to do is finish 7 impossible tasks, each one perfectly designed around your 7 greatest sins. That's right, we've taken the liberty of digging deep into your dark, twisted psyche to craft challenges just for you. Lust, gluttony, greed, we got 'em all covered. It's just like a custom nightmare, just for you. But don't worry, you're in good company because so far, 4 brave souls have made it out alive. Will you be the 5th? Statistically, the odds aren't great. But hey, why not give it a try? What can you expect? Task 1 Pride. Let's see if you can resist bragging about how smart you are when the only way to escape is to admit you don't know everything. Ouch, we know. That one's gonna sting. Task 2 Greed. We filled a vault with endless riches. To move forward, all you have to do is not touch anything. That's right. Don't even think about that golden crown over there. It's definitely cursed. Task 3 Gluttony. Are you ready to resist the world's most mouth-watering buffet? But be warned, take one bite and you're staying for dessert. Forever. And that's just the beginning. Each room is custom crafted to make you squirm, sweat, and probably question every life choice you've ever made. It's like therapy, but with lava pits and eternal suffering. Fun, right? Will you escape? We've got torture chambers, fire pits, and a rotating cast of demonic minions just waiting to cheer you on or laugh at your misery. But remember, only 4 people have escaped so far. So ask yourself, do you have what it takes to be the 5th? Welcome to Hell, the escape room of eternal damnation. Book your experience today, if you dare. That one's based on a Tumblr prompt. To be fair, it was a great prompt. I find a lot of great prompts on there. One that comes to mind is it was the 7 deadly sins versus the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So, yeah, it was real interesting. And the part that stuck out to me the most is like Pride was the last one to fight, and Pride fought death alone. And that was Pride's downfall, believing that Pride could take on a horseman, the most powerful horseman, by himself. So that's fun. But the whole thing was about like how the horsemen were exploiting the sins. Like for example, lust and what do you call it? Sloth were both vulnerable to plague. Well, venereal diseases come to mind for lust, and also just the fact that if you don't do anything long enough, you do get sick. Absolutely. Makes sense. Absolutely. So, how to be evil without breaking the law. This one's gonna be fun, but definitely gonna be extended a bit. And do we have any questions from the audience before we get started on that one? Awesome. I'll get started. Trying to get started with a new one. Villainy 101: How to be evil without breaking the law. Are you tired of being just another face in the crowd? Want to command respect, power, and a little bit of fear? all without doing time? Then it's time to enroll in the hottest course, Villainy 101. Here at Agamemnon's Academy for Accelerated Apprenticeship, we know that not everyone is cut out for the hero business. Maybe you got a penchant for dramatic monologues, enjoy twirling your mustache, or simply love wearing capes in everyday life. Well, why waste that potential? In Villainy 101, we'll teach you the art of being a villain without ever setting foot in a jail cell. It's all about subtlety and style. Course highlights manipulation without extortion. Ever wanted to control entire groups of people without so much as a threatening letter? We'll show you how to suggest things in such a way that people follow your plans like mindless minions. No blackmail necessary. Just a touch of psychological manipulation and maybe a well timed smirk. Monologuing like a master. What's a villain without an epic monologue? In this module, you'll learn how to deliver show-stopping speeches about your grand designs without confessing to any actual crimes. Our expert professors will teach you how to fill your dialogue with just enough menace to be thrilling, but vague enough that the cops don't knock on your door. Evil Layer Design 101. Secret volcano base? Too obvious. Dungeons under your mansion? Yawn. In this course, you'll learn how to design an evil lair disguised as a normal, law-abiding business. Think about it. You could have a harmless cupcake shop that doubles as your lair, where every frosting swirl hides a master plan. No suspicious neighbors, just delicious world domination. How to build a henchman army without raising red flags. Who doesn't want a loyal crew of lackeys to carry out their whims? We'll teach you how to gather followers using nothing but motivational speeches and shady but legal work contracts. By the end of this course, you'll have minions aplenty. No shady dealings required. The art of the dramatic exit. If you can't drop a smoke bomb and vanish into the night, because that's probably illegal, we'll show you how to socially disappear from awkward conversations, meetings, and even parties. You'll leave people wondering how you did it and wanting more of your sinister presence. Course requirements: a flair for the dramatic, a dark wardrobe, bonus points for capes, a willingness to ruin lives emotionally without ever laying a finger on someone's credit score. Why settle for mediocrity when you could be a legendary villain, one who never has to worry about pesky jail time? Enroll today in Villainy 101, where evil is legal and stylish. Warning, this course is highly addictive. Side effects may include excessive cackling, overuse of shadowy lighting, and an uncontrollable urge to buy a monocle. Yeah, sounds like my college days. The flair for the dramatic. That's fair. We should find out where we can even buy one. Even in costume shops, I can't find them.
That's the thing. She's like, my home. I know.
Yep. It'd be awesome. Time to export this. Villainy 101. Good times, good times. It looks like we got one more tonight. Final exit. This one's going to be intense. So let's see how long we've been working on this. About 38 minutes. Working on 7 videos that are averaging less than 3 minutes each. So you got some idea of how long these are taking. We're doing quite good tonight, though. I know Custom Kits is out there. Listened to one of my live streams recently. I think he's busy tonight, but that's okay. Ironically, I discovered the live streaming because of him, but we'll see him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it was a lot of work just to get it to this point. And now this is just the effort of like getting it into the audio and exporting it. But a lot of work. And yeah, like the shows are fun, the parties are fun, but it takes a lot of work and practice to get to that point. But that's okay. It is a lot of work to get to this point, but I have hundreds of fun videos. So I think everyone can see that the hard work is worth it. And now I have a channel worth something. But this will be good. At least this isn't one of the bigger ones, because then it's I have to wait for the stuff to export before I can record a new sound. And then if I'm doing a video, I have to wait for the video to export before I record again, because it takes a lot of computing power. So let's get this final exit advertisement ready. Become a real ghost this Halloween. Brought to you by Final Exit Inc., the last stop you'll ever need. Are you tired of dressing up as a boring old ghost every Halloween? Sick of just throwing on a sheet and waving your arms like a spooky imposter? Sick of just throwing on a sheet and waving your arms like a spooky imposter? Well, we've got great news for you, dear future dearly departed. Introducing Final Exit Inc., the first and only service that will make you a real ghost this Halloween. That's right. Why fake it when you can join the undead elite? Imagine floating through walls, haunting your ex, and leaving spooky cold chills at every Feralia party. At Final Exit Inc., we don't just make you a ghost, we make your wildest afterlife dreams come true. How does it work? Step 1, choose your ghosting style. Whether you're into classic sheet over the head vibes, full on Victorian ghostly glam, or the always in fashion, mysterious whisper in the wind, we'll make sure your haunting aesthetic is on point. Step 2, invite your friends, family, even your frenemies. Want to go beyond trick or treating this year? Bring your whole squad. Final Exit Inc. offers group packages so you and your loved ones, and maybe that one coworker you've been side eyeing for months, can haunt together. Nothing says family bonding like an eternity spent spooking the living. Step 3, leave the rest to us. Our expert departure specialist will handle all the details. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and let us take care of the rest, making sure you're floating around the afterlife in no time. It's so easy, it's scary. Why choose Final Exit Inc.? 100% real ghost guarantee. No more pretending. When we say you'll become a ghost, we mean it. You'll be phasing through walls, turning invisible, and moaning in the attic before the candy corn even hits the shelves. Special October discount. Sign up by Feralia and we'll throw in an extra haunting hour absolutely free. Plus, we have a no soul left behind policy. Everyone gets the chance to haunt. Note, we do not service cats. Sorry, folks, but cats have 9 lives, and frankly, that's a lot of paperwork for us. Also, they're already sneaky enough. We don't need ghost cats knocking things off shelves forever. Customer reviews. I used to be the life of the party. Now I'm the afterlife of it. Thanks to Final Exit Inc. I haunt my ex's house every night, and it's the best. Highly recommend the Frigid Breeze add on. Ghostly Gloria. They really delivered on their promise. Now I get to freak out my neighbors for eternity. Phantom Phil. All today, haunt tomorrow. Don't settle for plastic costumes and fake scares this year. Become the real deal with Final Exit Inc. Remember, Feralia is only once a year. The haunting is forever. Final Exit Inc. Because why fake it when you can float? Disclaimer: Final Exit Inc. does not take responsibility for unfinished business being trapped in mirrors or Final Exit Inc. does not take responsibility for unfinished business being trapped in mirrors or accidentally possessing your neighbor's toaster. We are not associated with the Pumpkin House nor Dauncey Allhart. I added that bit, but I think it'll be good.
I just found on it.
It's great though. But this will be good. Again, it's one of those things that is completely terrifying when it's like if you actually think about it for more than half a second. But it's funny because like when you sent it to me, the email like had an auto response ready of like, sounds good, I'm in. And it's like it just paid attention to the tone of the email. It didn't actually pay attention to like the words. So it's like, cool, my email wants me dead. Gotta love it when your email wants you dead. I think Google has plans.
Like, waiting for them, like, they are kind of sponsored on class right now.
Be hilarious. I love it. Oh geez, that one was almost 6 minutes. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Now
Like, I have, like, for it.
the criteria for it qualifying as a short is less than a minute, but I don't care if it's more than a minute. I'm still going to qualify it as a short video and just run it as like a short on a Tuesday or Thursday, you know? Just like those
Apparently a storm.
for YouTube, yeah. Like I don't mind too much. But Diet Ghost. 100% real ghost. Negative 0%, negative 0 calories. Diet Ghost when you need haunts for less. I don't know. It seemed funnier in my head. Because Diet Ghost,
You were saying that, yeah.
Diet Ghost, 100% real ghost, negative 0 calories. Diet Ghost, haunt for less. That's why I don't record when we're doing the conversations, and I try to like get you get you off the speaker while I do that. But
The audience.
you're fine. Let me make sure I get this exported. But yeah, I'll record that little short SCP video too. Because Diet Ghost is an SCP. Basically, it's Ghost in a can. But I don't really understand what it does, but that's kind of what it is. That'd be hilarious. But let's get this ready to record, buddy. Hold on, looks like I got to. I know you're texting images to me right now, but I can't view them while you're on the phone.
Yeah. Halloween.
Sweet. Appreciate it. But we can look at the unsplash in a sec. So, Diet Ghost, 100% real ghost, negative 0 calories. Diet Ghost, haunt for less. It's an incredibly short thing, but people in the know are going to love it. And in the end, isn't that part of the fun of like being in a nerdcore thing is like getting a reference?
Like,
Okay, let me reshare my screen, okay? And resharing. Looks like we got 3 people on right now. That's pretty good. So I know there's you. I think Dillygaff is here. Who else have we got here? Can you see my screen now? Perfect. So I'm pretty sure I exported this. Yeah, so we're going to close that. Now we're going to do the fun part of the Unsplash. So we're going to go over the videos we made, and we're going to try to figure out what kind of stuff is going to fit well for that. What do you guys think would fit well for Diet Ghost, since it's like a canned ghost? Probably. So I want to avoid that if we can. Also, why I love Unsplash. We can't infringe those photos. We could, but that's going to be a lot more effort than actually not infringing. So we'll see where that goes. They're images that people have submitted. A lot of them are pretty realistic. I'm having them up on the screen right now. Hmm. Nice. Hmm. I see. Right. Yeah, I only found one Link soda can design, and that's one I'd have to pay for. So let me think. Sure. Let's see if we can get that. I do. Again, it's pretty cool, but it's the fact that I have to pay to download it. So let's see if we can get a decent pouring image. Hmm, that might work. It'd be odd, but it'd work.
what?
It's just kind of like someone pouring white liquid into a giant jar, but it's not labeled. I do like this one too. It's a pipe just pumping water into a puddle.
Plant.
Hmm. Okay. Yep. Awesome. So let's download this. And we're gonna go to our video editing. I use Clipchamp, so I'm a big fan of that. It's got a free version and a non-free version, but the free version's got the stuff I need, so I'm sticking with that. If this ever does turn into a profitable thing, I'll reconsider, but create video, Diet Ghost. So let's add the audio first. File name, Diet Ghost. Okay, let's try shorts. Shorts, diet, there you go. Go to downloads for the images and perfect. This will work well for the size. Get it roughly to where the sound is, get the sound down here. You don't technically have to put the sound on the bottom, but it does help. This one allows me to zoom to fit, so that way I know how long the video is going to be. And now I get to add the words and any effects I want. So, I don't know, which one will you? I do, but I do it on the YouTube. You can add captions on YouTube or you can add it in the actual video. If you add it in the video, it's going to be in the video regardless of where you export it. If you do it on YouTube, it's just going to be on YouTube. And although I do know doing the captioning on the videos would probably be better, it would also be a lot more difficult because I would have to write each individual caption for each individual time and try to do the timing myself. So it would be here's the caption for the first 3 seconds. Then I have to pull in another one for the next 3 seconds, so on and so forth, you know? So is it possible? Yes, but it's probably not something I can do easily, you know? So I don't know which one I grabbed. So what's a good one to grab? Smoke, maybe? Let's see how that one would work. Diet Ghost. I think they actually tried selling diet water a while ago.
Really?
I don't know if that was actually a joke or a real product, but it's sold either way, so
Um,
yeah, I know. Diet Ghost. Let's see if it looks any good. Kind of works, but I don't like how hard it is to see. So for a typewriter, that's a classic. I actually saw a Thai like anthology horror series that had like a diet ghost in there. It was for a different context. Well, we can run it again. I think that works. What do you think? Sweet. We'll export it. Sure, it's more quality than I probably need, but it's a lot easier to start with a high quality and downgrade if necessary than start low and then try to upgrade.
mm,
You know, that thing of like if you take something down or move it somewhere else, its quality generally degrades. Or if,
or-
or if I try to do a compilation. So if I start with a low quality and put it in a compilation, it makes it a little harder. So there's that. Cool. That ghost is done. Let's work on another one. Back to home. Don't care. Get the shorts. Which one should we work on next? Let's look at it. We are going to do all of them. Let's do final exit advertisement. Yes, I spelled it advertisement, not advertisement. Because apparently I'm just tricky with some of these things. Fair. Final exit. Final exit. Right, shorts. Oh, I did too. That's cool. Yeah, they're the same, so. So the question is, what kind of image should we use for this? Image. Like Unsplash. It's always tombstones. Those are classic.
Fair, fair. I know, I said, Kim, sounds I know, she's sweet.
Fair. Oh, these are literally from Tombstone. That's hilarious. Let's make this clearer. Gravestone. It's a little better. And in death, they were not divided.
Right.
That's fair.
Would you be able to describe what you're seeing? Like, as if I turn on the YouTube to be able to see the images, then I'm gonna have the playing, and there's a bit of a delay.
Okay. So what I'm seeing is, and in death, they were not divided. 2 Sam 1, 2, 3. Looks like it's cropped out of it from a marble tombstone. There's also just one just for unknown with a flower over it. I like that one. I want to use it. Indeed. You'll find that in a lot of older graveyards where you'll just find tombstones with names like unknown or baby or like child of whoever. And it gets really bothersome because it's like, whoa. Makes you
Yeah.
process your mortality there a little bit.
God.
Absolutely. Unknown. Let's do final exit advertisement. Hmm. Hmm. The audio is recorded. I've attached the image to it, and it's the same length. I'm just looking over the titles right now. Um, I want something good, but that's not going to distract from the unknown. So I think I'll just do statement, which where it's just the word and then it's got a little colored line under it, you know? Because then I don't have to have it over the unknown. Final exit. Why did I type it as final exist? I mean, it works in a meta sort of way, but that's not what I meant. So, okay, final exit. Is it better on top or is it better on bottom? It's better on top. And now I'm going to choose the text color. Any hex code I can use. I'm just going to use straight black, all zeros. The length looks good. And I'm going to run it real quick, make sure it looks good. I'm still here. I was playing the video. I thought you could hear it for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I like the sounds like same reason.
Can anyone else hear it? I don't know. I'll export it though. It sounds good as is, so. Still, I do like this picture. It does tell a lot with so little. But generally, you'll find those are sometimes the most impactful things, and generally why symbolism and tropes are so effective. I'm going to use an example from a movie that was way old. You probably remember Alice in Wonderland, the Tim Burton version.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, at one point where she's talking about like it's better to be feared than loved, and like people were gonna like fear her and like run away. And then at one point it's like even the king, and it's just like it's that quiet moment of like you killed your own husband. Like a lot was said in that one moment, you know? Because then it firmly establishes her as someone willing to kill her own family out of her own fear.
Okay, it's over time, so now it's the like follow.
Hmm. It makes sense, but at the same time, she's willing to kill to get it. There's definitely a point where it's like she did need to be accepted, there did need to be something. And there's definitely a story about like why the Jabberwocky was listening to her out of anyone else. Because again, it's like the moment the Jabberwocky was dead, everyone stopped following her. So she had no love. She only had fear, and fear was the Jabberwocky. And the moment she had it, she lost it. She no longer had anything. Again, relatively simple thing has a big impact. In a little video I watched earlier with the um the Nerdcore Frostpunk 2, one of the things done is like the person walking in, this was their old home before it froze over, and they break into one of the rooms that has a bunch of broken toys in it. And then they use those broken toys to start a fire. Like, you don't need to say this person had a child who died. It's that sense of there's these broken toys here, and this person had to break in to come back. So not only did the child died after, and they left. And then now they're burning the mementos of their child just to keep themselves warm for a while longer. Again, you tell a lot with very little. Yeah, definitely. And now let's do the villainy thing. Because there is a lot that unfolds in that video in just 6 minutes, but I'll send it to you later. Next will be the Villain Academy, so I'm going to try to look up see if they have good villain images. Let's see, slasher, person at sunset. Don't know what that is. Oh. Maybe. That would be good. I found one picture that is a bunch of signs pointing left and then one sign pointing right. So let's try the monocle, see if that works. Monocle Book of Japan, a camera, another camera, another camera, more cameras. Okay, seriously, I meant like a monocle glass, not like cameras, people. Okay, let's try the cape thing. Surely Unsplash can't get capes wrong, right? I don't think so. I'm gonna speak to the atelier one of these days about a cape. Did this work? Oh god, we draw so much attention. A lot of Cape Town here, but not a lot of capes. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick to the villain thing with this, with one sign pointing right and a bunch pointing left. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick to the villain thing with this, with one sign pointing right and a bunch pointing left. Because there's definitely the imagery of going your own way, and like that can be a positive or a negative thing. Oh, absolutely. And the best part about the image is you don't know whether the villains are going right or left, so well, if the villains are going left, you'd be in the majority, so it's definitely something worth chewing on. Shorts, let's see. Villainy 101, Villainy 101. There you are. Nineteen to 6. Got the signs. Yeah, pretty much. Just you download it, you put it in the video program, and then once it's in the video program, you decide where it goes. Because you can embed certain audio or visuals to occur at certain times. You can even do effects and stuff. With videos this short, I generally don't do too many effects, but sometimes I'll have fun with it. So, like for some of them, like the radiation warning, I'll do a warning where the image is actually glitching. Villainy 101. Perfect. That'll work. I'm gonna make sure the line color is a good one. Red. No, that doesn't work well against a red background. Green, maybe? I want a sharper green than that.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I need something that stands out, you know? True, let's try that. Yeah, that works. Black and white have the advantage of that they work pretty well. You do black words on a light background, it does pretty well. You do white words on a black background, it works pretty well. Even in old, very old movies like frickin' what is it? Friday the 13th had like white words on a black background. You know, every once in a while, that movie feels like it's ridiculously dumb, and then you look back at it and you're like, okay, they were actually kind of smart for what they were doing. And then you look at it again, it's like, and they're kind of dumb for what they're doing. It's like this is somehow the most brilliant and the dumbest things I've ever seen. But yeah, this will ex. Hmm. Absolutely. And Jason has been parodied to death. Jason specifically. Although the scary movies did parody Ghostface, and then Scream has been around long enough that Ghostface got to parody Scary Movie. That was hilarious. Agreed. It shows that you're in on the laugh. And plus, that's the funniest thing. Apparently, Scream was always intended to be comedic, like satire and commentary, but it's outlived what it was commentating, so now it's commentating on new stuff. And the funniest thing is, if you want to commentate on horror and stuff, you also have to understand it. Otherwise, you just wind up being one of those YouTubers that's like, well, why didn't they think clearly? Because they're panicking, right? And also, it's like, why are they making jokes with the killer when like they're clearly in danger? And it's like, it's a way of coping. As long as you're laughing at the situation, then you feel like you're in control. You're clearly making it a joke, so clearly it's not actually a threat.
Mhm.
Plus, denial is one hell of a drug. I've seen people deny all kinds of dumb things. Fair. Hmm. Definitely. I think I'm guilty of that too. Sometimes I've forgiven people I really shouldn't have, and sometimes I've given people chances they shouldn't have. And sometimes you look back at it and then you're thinking to yourself, why did you do that? And it's like, you wanted to see the good. You wanted there to like be something to work out.
Right.
But you still at the office right now? Nice. That's that's fair. I got a few more videos to do because that one just finished exporting. I'm going to do the hell one next. So I'm going to start by looking up escape room images, see if we can find a good one. Well, I kind of like this one. It's kind of an Indiana Jones-esque thing, but the person has a more feminine figure. They're looking at a skull, and they have long hair, but you can't actually see their face. pretty cool. Although this one here is also pretty good because again, like it's someone in the dark trying to step into the light, and the light has a door that says lobby. And again, the person's in shadow, so you can't clearly see who they are. Again, really, really good. And then there's one that's just a red brick room with like a fire alarm in it. I think I'm gonna do the one with the white door that says lobby. Just because, well, it's gonna fit well with the theme of, there's only ever been four that escaped. Are you gonna be lucky number five? Are ya? Are ya? Are ya? Are ya? It's definitely one of those things like going to a casino. It's like you just don't. Where it's just like the only way to win is not to play. Learned that one the hard way, but it was worth the lesson, and it was overall pretty fun. So, welcome to Hell Escape Room. With any luck, YouTube will not immediately attack that one. Honestly, they've not attacked any of my videos. Well, one video, they're like, "Hey, if the owner of this song decides to take it down, they take it down." And it's like, I don't like handing that kind of thing over to anyone else, so we're not going to do that in the future. It's like I don't mind the public domain music, but again, it's really weird if it's like, oh, this person can take it down. Kind of like all those TV shows and movies that do their own birthday song because someone else owns the actual birthday song everyone knows. Yeah, we could. Again, I don't think they will, and plus it fits a lot better making it hell. But we could change it if it really comes down to it. And plus these videos aren't monetized, so and I don't like the trend of TikTok self-censorship, you know?
What do you mean?
Kind of like people using words like permanent game over or graped or other things like that to describe things, and it's like, buddy, you don't have to do that. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Or welcome to Inferno even. Okay, do some line colors. This one's gonna be trickier because it's both a dark and light background. So, hmm, okay, the white works well for the lighting. The blue is an interesting choice. Do I like the blue? Yes, I like the blue. Does it work for this? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this. This will be good. And and once these are done, all exported and out, then I can upload them and schedule them. I might actually do the actual upload and export the upload and scheduling outside the thing because I don't like anyone having access to my personal info. So, sorry guys, you're not gonna get my real name. Let's see how many people are still watching.
I don't know if I'm staying in the room.
Sweet. And plus, these things are recorded, so people can watch them at a later time. Apparently, my last two streams got like 72 and 82 views, respectively.
Wow.
Agreed. But let me disable the screen share for just a second. Don't worry, guys, I'm still here. Da, 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 da. Hey, who turned off the lights? That's from Doctor Who, but pretty cool. Again, surprisingly scary moment from a series that is typically pretty not I don't want to say simple, but like definitely like an all out like sci-fi, all kinds of stuff. Perfect. And this should be ready to share my screen again. And there we go. Awesome. Everyone seeing good? Great. Okay, after Welcome to Hell is Teen PSA.
Previous motion, we're just want to have those buckets stay there, and then saying what was in front of us, let's see.
Absolutely. I think that's a good idea. See if I have a good one here. Perfect. You're gonna love the one used for the Teen PSA.
Yeah.
I have two skeletons in red lights just kind of talk looks like they're talking to each other. It would not be the most out of touch thing I've seen aimed towards teens. And that's a whole genre in and of itself already. I know there's an SCP video out there like that, but I'm not sure if I'm crazy enough to watch it yet. I had the misfortune I had the misfortune of trying to watch it at work once, and then I had to explain what the hell Big Chungus was to a boss.
Um,
It's not a conversation I want to have in general. It's like, I don't know these memes. Don't make me explain these memes. I'll run out of bones to break. It's going to be white on white. Let me descend that a little bit. Another thing I like about Clipchamp here is these lines pop up. So that way you know where it is in relation to the video. So you know it's in the center, perfectly center. You know that the line on top is just below the midpoint of the actual screen. Makes things easy, or easier. Make everything line up. And as you can tell, like good screen grabbing design is not necessarily my forte. I let my work speak for itself. Apparently, I'm like photo finish in that way, but statistically speaking, at least a few of you have seen My Little Pony, so
right.
let's see. Let me see if I can grab a writing prompt on Tumblr real quick. There's always that Hades one I think you'd like.
If anyone in the room wants to comment too.
Absolutely.
Something. Hmm. 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 Caught up. I'm like, what to do?
Mm-hmm.
Could be another like Halloween theme thing.
I think another Halloween theme would be good. We got enough stuff to last a month, and November's coming up, so we could do like a November or or something like that. RJ recommended like doing news reports, but about monsters, you know. So that way there could be a bunch of different ones that way.
News report?
News reports, you know? Kind of
News
like a
reports of
like a
monsters.
like a monster or like a creature like that. Kind of like how they used to do those those quick documentaries and fun facts about creatures, but it's a monster. But that was an idea recommended, and I think it's a fun format, but it's something we'd have to definitely think about. And I think for December, I want to do a Krampus tracker. I think it'd be funny.
Okay.
I mean, we've seen what they did to Santa. No, like the news report is about a monster, not one done by a monster. Kind of like a quick fun fact kind of thing, you know?
Uh,
Message from spiders. Maybe the real spiders were inside us all along. That's gonna give me nightmares because I don't have enough of those already. No respect for bullies. We need to show you those epic things one of these days. Now I'm up to the message from spiders. What's a good one? Let's say outline share. Let me see what that looks like. A message from real spiders. Shadow color. Let's make it black. Red. Orange. I like the orange. What's a good Halloween color? Perfect. And I've got the message from real spiders down. Let's get those guys exported.
something. I think kind of thanks to your friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the prompt for it.
Nice.
Kind of fast and loose. Um, but you're busy doing things with your videos. I am not a narrator. However, would you like to listen to me read it to you in case you're like, nope, this is
Of course, I'm happy to listen.
okay. So, fair warning, I kind of turned it around a little bit because I didn't listen to the prompt appropriately. So, breaking news. Krampus reports live on the naughty list crisis. Good evening, you miserable lot. This is Krampus reporting live and ACP but just wrapped up my latest meeting with the Council of Holiday Horrors. Let me tell you, naughty list situation is feeling under control, finally. The naughty list has hit all-time highs. It seems more people than ever are making bad choices, and I couldn't be happier. This list is longer than a dragon's tail this year, from kids who refuse to share their toys to adults who continue to ghost people on dating apps. It's all there. And frankly, I'm itching to start my round. Case in point, young Timothy, who accidentally knocked over the family Christmas tree twice. Don't worry, Timmy. We've got a special surprise planned for you this year. Here's a big hit. It involves pigs, lots of pigs. And let's not forget Karen from Ohio, who, despite being a full grown adult, threw a tantrum at her local grocery store because her coupons were expired. Expired, Karen. Will be knocking on your door very soon, and I don't mean that figuratively. Due to this, we're really expanding operations. So these overwhelming number of naughty individuals, I'm pleased to announce that I'm expanding my operation. We've upgraded the display. It's now faster, and it's fueled by pure dread. And we've got extra facts to haul off the most miserable offenders. So if you hear scratching at your windows this year, spoiler alert, it's not Santa. And hitting recovery, our prime time for naughty behavior. This is a right. We saw a record number of infractions from Uncle Gary's Thanksgiving meltdown over who gets that last piece of pumpkin pie. Pro tip, don't start an argument over pie. You'll find yourself on the wrong end of microvented. Pass on your social media. Free passive aggressive comment every life you gave your active partner's photo to get all. Remember. For those of you on my radar, and you know who you are, there's some serious soul searching. Apologize for that neighbor you've been annoying. Delete those nervy texts. And for goodness sake, don't do scrolling at 3 a.m. or your nightmares will really take a turn. I know that. Let's be real. Honestly, probably too late. Be seeing most of you shortly, and when I do, you'll wish you spent the year being just a little bit nicer. Until then, this has been Krampus, your friendly holiday nightmare signing off. See you soon, or rather, you'll see me first.
I really like that. That is perfect for December.
That are like leading up to Thanksgiving.
Exactly. It's perfect. Perfect for the holiday season. We've already got we've got like 7 or 8 shorts out tonight. So that's the month of October. That's perfect to start November. I don't know. What do y'all think of Krampus? I think the chat's it's a little quiet today, but that's okay. I like it. It's gonna be perfect.
Let's Krampus. Love it.
Yeah, we definitely became big fans after like a few years ago. Even that movie grew on us.
It did. It was really kind of hilarious. Hilarious. To be perfectly honest. Interesting. Okay. Lynette, I know it's a little spooky.
It is a little spoofy, but so was Trick or Treat, and that one was also really good.
Also there. Yeah. Actually, any sort of kind of convention, if there is actually a stand there, we would probably do that.
That's fair.
Like in the best sort of way. So.
I agree. Are made of these. Who am I to discern? I sing a lot. That's okay. And yeah, because the ghosts are more scared of you is exporting right now. I got an image of someone in a skeleton mask clutching the screen.
Love it. Love it.
I think it's going to be good. But the Krampus one is going to be good. That was a real good idea, and I'm glad you were inspired by it.
Mhm. Well, one or the other of us will kind of say something, and we'll go, oh, that's interesting. And then we just kind of go, what if it was this?
Yep, y'all are watching the creative process at work. Sometimes it really is something as simple as that. Sometimes it's something as simple as you locked your god outside your temple, and then I have a saga going. And sometimes it's something as simple as, what if zombies, but parasites? And then I get a whole trilogy going.
I do love the what ifs that we come up with. At times it can get a little bit fun, a little bit disturbing, a little bit
So much just
something creepy and just making it really relatable.
love it. The Krampus one's pretty well. I'll probably update the locations, but other than that, everything looks good.
Well, I do think I need to start my trek from National City to River City.
You be sure you get going. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to continue the live stream for a while longer, and then I'm going to head out for the night.
But we look way fine. We go watch this. I thank you so much for inviting me to hang out with you. I really appreciate it.
Of course, I think we need to do this more often.
Beautiful. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Big fan of Leanne James. Got a lot of fun stuff from them. And again, all these stories were written by Leanne James yesterday in less than a 2-hour period, just in a fit of inspiration, writing me from like 10 p.m. to midnight. And we're not even done exporting all these yet. Poison candy PSA. Ooh, who doesn't love poisonous candy? Again, anyone familiar with that old thing? It's not just me, right? Okay, those are great. Trying not to do branded candy because I'm not supposed to be from this universe. Yeah, sure, this works. Trust me, it's a lot harder to find non-branded stuff in this day and age than y'all think. God forbid if you want to get something like a protest without a protest sign in it. Fun fact, you can't. I don't recommend doing it. Poison candy PSA. No, Leanne James, you can probably watch safely now, but we'll see. So, anyone watching any good movies or TV shows lately? Let's see how many people I got on the stream. Got one like and no watchers. That's okay. Hmm. Just good to have someone on, you know? I'll ever think about some of the movies we watch, and it's just like sometimes the comedies have concepts that probably would fit better for horror than not horror. Like a lot of times you'll find someone's, punishment for just being an asshole being like, I'm gonna ruin your life. Or God forbid, it's like, okay, you're gonna poison this person, or sexual assault, or all kinds of fun things. Yeah, no, this format's not good for this. Let's try a different one. We need something fun. Double lines or clean tile? Any suggestions? Let's do the clean tile. We need to message out the community later today too. Make sure the Imperial government doesn't find me. But if y'all are wondering why I'm doing so many streams and all this lately, I'm not going to be here next week. Yeah, I got some business back east, so I'm going to be gone for a few days. So I'm just trying to make sure everything's pre-recorded for y'all. Poison Candy PSA. Because again, just because I'm have business doesn't mean that everyone else has to like not listen to stuff. Plus, pre-planning stuff comes in handy in case something does come up. I don't know, what are fun colors? Pink? Pink. Hang around for the big surprise. Come on close, living for a surprise. I know I'm singing that wrong. I like the color scheme, but I think I'd like it better if it was reversed. So let's make the words, the border purple, and the words pink. I like that a little better. What do y'all think? Awesome. Let's export this thing. Just a couple more things to go. I'll probably record the Krampus one when I'm off stream. But now we got a minute and 15 seconds. So, a fun trope you get to think about with creepypastas is is that it's not a visual form of storytelling. You could include visual elements, but generally you have to convey a feeling through people's words or tone. For example, saying there's a knock on the door is very different from a there was a knock at the door. See? Big difference. And again, you're basing it off audio and using your details and foreshadowing, you can make a small detail mean a lot. Someone breaks into a kid's room and there's no kid, that can tell you something. If someone breaks into a kid's room and the kid's there, but there's no toys, that tells you something else. Because again, child abuse, big problem. And one of the advantages of horror is you get to explore things in a safe way and make people question what is or isn't socially acceptable and what is or isn't normal. And this is both a blessing and a curse. A fun example of a movie y'all I've actually seen recently with Leanne James was The People Under the Stairs. Movie's a bit dated. The setup definitely needs a rework. Glad Jordan Peele's working on that. But the actual story, pretty good. The twists, the third act, incredible. Love it. No notes. And again, from the legendary Wes Craven. So we got details there. We got history there. I forget the point I was making. All right, we need to get Dave's help on this. Oopsie Daisy Orphanage, our last one. Now, what's a good one for this? Ooh, I know what'll be good for this. Again, little details make all the difference. Remember, it's an orphanage where one of the small details is most of them become surgeons. So, why am I focusing it so much on the hospital gown? You know why. That is why you use a clear Naming message. Makes it easier to seek. I'm deselecting that. That was weird. Stop it. Good. Gonna play nice? No. Behold the ball pit, a place where reality seems to split. Count to 100, close your eyes. You can see the monster in disguise. Hang around for the big surprise. Come on close to. Oopsie daisy. Let's hope we don't encounter that little error again, shall we? Thankfully, these things are not dependent on being capitalized or not. Unfortunately, punctuation does matter, so be aware of that. And I got hundreds of these things now, so they're getting hard to keep track of. Thank you for that, Flipchamp. Now, what about this? Behold the ball pit, a place where reality seems to split. Count to 100, close your eyes. You see the monster in disguise. Hang up, big surprise. Come on close, or surprise. All your friends want to sing with us. Come on close, much to discuss. Don't like it. Really don't like it. I kind of like that. Let's see where this goes. Oopsie Daisy Orphanage. Kind of hard to read. Let's make it a little better. Red on blue? Not quite. Orange on blue? Definitely not. White. Oh, that is black. Let's try white. I hate it. Let's try yellow. Let's get this one exported. Once this one's exported, I will finish streaming for the night. Do we have any questions? Nope, we are not doing that one. Yes, cancel export. Cancel the export while it's happening if you want to do that, or just get back to keep editing. But yeah, looks a little better here. Oopsie Daisy Orphanage. That one's going to be great. Yeah, we got any questions from the crowd before I go for the night? Okay, maybe not. Sorry, Dillygaff, for not responding. I'm trying to, okay? So that one's exported. So I'm going to leave that there for tonight. Do we have any more last minute questions before I go? Okay. Well, good night, everyone. And I hope you had a good stream. Bye now.